German temporal prepositions. In today's video, I will show you all German prepositions that are talking about the time. I will show you which case you have to use with which preposition. I will show you sample phrases and also the meaning of every individual German temporal preposition. Hi, my name is Jan and I'm your German teacher here on EasyDeutsch, your YouTube channel for German grammar. Today's topic is temporal preposition, temporale Präpositionen. Those are those prepositions that describe the time, for example, in, an, and many more. I wrote a whole ebook about German prepositions. It's called 137 German prepositions. And in today's video, I will show you the most common, the most used German temporal prepositions with the help of this ebook. So let's switch into my ebook. So we're here now in my ebook, 137 German prepositions. Today's topic is temporal prepositions. So let's have a look at them. You probably guessed already, temporal preposition means all the prepositions that refer somehow to a point in time or a period of time. So usually we ask with wann, wie lange, so when or for how long. And depending on the situation, you have to use different temporal prepositions. Good news. It's pretty similar to English. You simply have to know the translation. Bad news, yes, you have to know which case they will use. So I've divided them according to the cases you have to use if you use them as temporal preposition. So let's start with the temporal prepositions with accusative case. Also, if you're still not sure what is accusative case or want to learn more about it, I will link the video, the accusative case video that I've made for you in the info cards in the upper right corner. So let's start with is used if we're telling somebody what time we did something or we want to meet. For example, ich gehe 8 Uhr ins Bett, so I go to bed at 8 o'clock. In English, this is mostly at. Bis is until. So we are describing an action that ends at a certain point in time. Ich warte bis nächste Woche. So I will wait till next week. And von bis adds a starting point of this action. Die Bar ist von 8 bis 18 Uhr geöffnet. So the bar is open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. And here, just a short advice. Von is a dative preposition that always wants you to use dative case. So this is technically dative, but usually that's just a number. So it's of no importance to you. Für we use if we're describing a period of time. So, wir werden für eine Woche in den Urlaub fliegen. So we will, again word by word, we will fly for 1 week in vacation. So, for 1 week. This is our time period. Über is longer or more than. Ich warte schon über 1 Stunde auf dich. So I'm waiting already for more than an hour or longer than an hour. Here it's accusative case because über, always use accusative case if it's not a local preposition. So here again, you have to make a difference between the use as local preposition and temporal preposition or anything else, because if it's not a preposition like von or that always require the same case, you have to make a difference here. Über is one of the 2 case prepositions. If you don't know what it is, check out the video that I've linked for you in the info cards, because there it's very important that you make the difference between local and temporal and the other different kinds of prepositions, because the case will depend on it. Let's have a look now at temporal prepositions with dative case. If you want to check out everything about dative case, I will link my video about the dative case for you in the info cards too. And here we have an or am. So the difference here is simply am is the merger of an plus the article dem. We always have to merge this. In my article video, my preposition video, in my general prepositions video that I will link for you here too, I explained which articles do this in combination with which preposition. Here we always describe the day or the time of the day. So am Montag fange ich an. On Monday I will start. Am Morgen bin ich müde. So in the morning I am tired. We use am if we use one of the days of the week, and also if we are telling something about the time of the day, but not the exact time, like 8 o'clock. It's morning, lunchtime, afternoon, evening. That's when we use am. So here you can see the translation would be different in English, but you simply have to know that in this combination I have to use this preposition. In or im. Here again, that's in plus the article dem. We use it for the future or something that's within a period of time. In einer Woche fliege ich in den Urlaub. So in 1 week, I will fly into vacation, word by word. So that is something that's gonna happen in the future. Or within the time period, im Winter schneit es viel. So during winter time, it snows a lot. So if in is followed by a time period like winter, that's a time period, it means within this time period. Vor means before. Vor der Arbeit macht Sport. So before work he exercises. Nach means after. Nach der Arbeit schläft So after work he sleeps. Seit means past until now. Seit meiner Verletzung kann ich nicht mehr Fußball spielen. Since my injury, I can't play football anymore. Word by word translation. So it started in the past and it's still happening. Bei is at the same time or during. Beim Abendessen sehe ich die Nachrichten. So here it also means during the dinner, I watch the news. Ab means a starting point in the future. Ab nächste Woche will mit dem Rauchen aufhören. So from next week onward, he wants to quit smoking and he wants to stop smoking. So that has to be in the future already. It's not now, it's not in the past. It is something that's going to start in the future. And von an describes this again, a starting point in the future, the same thing like ab. Von nächster Woche an will mit dem Rauchen aufhören. There's no difference here between them. It's personal preference which one you use. They're both very common. And last but not least, we have the temporal prepositions with genitive case. If genitive is still torturing you, check out my video about the genitive case in the info cards. There I explain you when and how to use it and what else you have to pay attention to. There are only 3 major prepositions that require genitive case. Those are während, innerhalb, and außerhalb. So während means something happens simultaneously. Während des Spiels kaufte er etwas zu trinken. So during the game he bought something to drink. He did that at the same time. The game was happening and at the same time he was buying something to drink. Innerhalb means sometime in a certain time period. Innerhalb einer Stunde müssen alle die Hausaufgaben bei mir abgegeben haben. So within 1 hour, everybody must have given their homework to me. So that's giving you an ultimatum. So innerhalb einer Stunde, within 1 hour. And außerhalb means the opposite. Outside or not within a certain time period. Außerhalb der Öffnungszeiten geht bei uns niemand ans Telefon. Outside the opening hours, nobody will answer the telephone. These are the most common German temporal prepositions. If you want to see all of them, like I told you, there are 137 prepositions in German, so you can guess those are not all of them, but those are the ones that you need until B1. You will not encounter others till B1. If you want them all, in my ebook, you get them all with simple phrases, and you also get overview. Let me skip through the exercises. We'll show the overview. In the ebook, you get this overview. Those are the most common 46 prepositions with their cases in the different use case scenarios as temporal, local, causal, modal, or a way less common final, concessive, consecutive use, and marked in the case so that you always know which case you have to use after them. I said the most common 46, so there is almost 100 more that are also explained in a list with examples, but this list would be too massive to include all the outdated and very rarely used prepositions. So those ones are the ones that you will need till B2. 99% you will not see another one. This is in my ebook, so if you want to get this, you'll find the link in the video description. If you have any further question about German temporal prepositions, please do not hesitate to write them in the comment section below. I'm always trying to answer all your questions. And if you've learned a lot today, I would appreciate it if you support me simply with a like or a share of this video. That's a great support. And like I mentioned, if you want to get the ebook that I've used for this video, you will find that link in the video description below. And then I hope I will see you again in one of my next videos. And until then, viel Spaß und Erfolg beim Deutschlernen.